Hello everyone and welcome to Lena Mystic. As you guys know, there is a mass quarantine going on right now and I want to bring some light to it. Why is this quarantine? What is the positive upside to this mass quarantine, you know? And I think people are in panic but not really realizing that this is the perfect time for shadow work. This is the perfect time for self-growth. This is the perfect time for us to figure out what we want in our lives. Everything has been paused. You know, a lot of us are always like, oh, I'm too busy with work. I don't have time to work on my goals, my personal goals. Well, most of you are stuck at home. There are no more excuses, okay? So let's get into this. I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle any messages that are popping out. Yeah, that's crazy. Isolation just popped out. That's so ironic. We're all isolated right now. Perfect time for us to figure out what we want in our life. Perfect time for us to get the relaxation that we've been longing for. I see laziness. It's time to chill, reflect, figure out some things. Nothingness. You guys, this is the time for personal growth. This is the time for self-discovery. This is the time for answers to come to you, you know? Let's embrace that. Let's not be in panic. Let's use this time that we finally have, this time that was needed for a long time, to reflect and figure out, who are we? Who am I? This is the time, okay? No more excuses, no more I don't have time because work is too much. I don't have time because this is going on. It's time to stay focused. Yep. You have the time. So let's make these goals come into our reality, okay? Oh my gosh. It's so crazy that the first card that popped out is isolation. Everybody's in quarantine right now or expected to stay and self-quarantine themselves. So of course, the theme of this would be isolation. Right now, you have the ability to take control of what's going on in your life. Yes, I know some of you have kids. I can feel that. I can totally feel that some of you guys have kids. Some of you guys are teleworking. Some of you guys still have a lot to do at home. But you also have more time to put together your goals, your personal goals. Don't use not having time as a reason not to do what you were supposed to be doing at this time. Make sure that you're using this time wisely, because if we're all in quarantine, it means that the universe needs us all to do a lot of self-discovery, a lot of inner work. This is the perfect time to spend more time with family that we may be living with, or calling and checking up on family, and even figuring out what we expect from family. Rudy, if you do have a family, this is the perfect time for you to build the family love life that you desire in your life, the expectations that you have. This is the perfect time to share those expectations. This is the perfect time for healing from that heartbreak. Hi, babe. This is the perfect time for healing from that heartbreak, that trauma that you went through. This is the perfect time to really dive deep with the hermit and figure out what's holding you back in your life. Now you have the time, or at least you have more time. So I can sense that a lot of you all are feeling this lack. A lot of you guys haven't been able to work, and you're like, my abundance, oh my goodness, what am I supposed to do? Now you're like, I wish I had saved more, or now I'm gonna have to start digging into my savings. I do see that there will be some money opportunities. Don't just give up and say, oh, now that I'm not working this job that I had, I can't make funds anywhere else. Try to dive into your creativity. Do you have a creativity to you that you can post online and maybe make money from? Is there a way for you to get donations? Is there something in the government that is allowing people to get money at this time so that they can take care of themselves? Start researching those things and looking through those avenues. I see a resourcefulness that you can find within yourself. This is the perfect time with the Ace of Wands to build your wisdom. And it's not just wisdom as reading books and stuff, but really figuring out who you are as a person and what you want in your life. This is the perfect time. Is this job that I'm working worth it? Is this job that I spend all my time at worth missing so much of these moments with my family? Are there other goals that I have in my life that I need to make more time for? The most important thing at this time is to make time for yourself and your desires and your goals. To hold yourself sacred, to trust yourself, to learn how to listen to your intuition. This quarantine is perfect for shadow work, perfect for healing, because a lot of us have felt like we haven't had time for this healing, but now we do. With the Eight of Swords, this tells me that a lot of us felt trapped in our daily lives, and a lot of us feel trapped now. But if you are feeling trapped at any moment, it's your head that is trapped. It is not things that are in the outer experience. It's you. You have to start taking control. Do you have the control card? You have to start taking control in your life. You do have the control card. You have to realize that you have more power than any outer forces. So it's time for you to make time for yourself. Even when you get back to work, even when you get back into your daily routine, know that you need to make time for yourself. You need to make time for your healing. Healing is so important for all of us right now. All of us have gone through things, and I don't really think that the world teaches us how to heal. The world teaches us to forgive and just let it go and forget it. But the problem is we don't ever really go through that. You know, we kind of just brush it off instead of saying, you know, let me go through this, go through moment by moment and figure out what hurts so bad. That's what this time is for. This time is for us to figure out what we want and what we expect in our lives. This time is for that shadow work where we look back and we say, why did this hurt so bad? Or how can I heal from this? What would make me feel better? Why do I keep having nightmares about this experience? Why do I keep thinking about this experience? Why does it get intense around the full moon or the new moon and I keep seeing this X, or I keep feeling this way around this time of year? What is holding you in the past? This is what this time is for. It's for you to reflect and figure out what is keeping you stagnant, what is keeping you from moving forward. Four of Swords, of course, this is another isolation card. This is the perfect time to work in silence, to start writing down those goals and working towards them. I see you creating new things and connecting with the Creator as well. I definitely see this creativity that you're tapping into. You're going to learn how to have more fun. And by yourself, not to depend on other people to bring fun into your life, but to depend on yourself to bring this excitement into your life. A lot of you guys who are used to partying and stuff, you're going to learn how to party by yourself and not depend on any other outer force bringing excitement to you. This is the perfect time for rebirth. And with this card upside down, it tells me that most of us haven't had time to be reborn. You know, it's almost like all of these outer forces have been telling us who we need to be, but now we're figuring it out for ourselves. Now we're deciding who we want to be. We are creating our future right now. And I'm telling you, this isolation is the perfect time for us to really find ourselves. It's literally like the universe is like, hey, I need you to sit here by yourself and figure yourself out. You're in the, what do they call when you're in prison? Like you go in a little box and you're by yourself. This is where we are right now. We're reflecting on our life choices, who we are, the same routines that we go through. Is it worth it? Is this what I want in my life? These are the questions that we're supposed to be asking ourselves right now. And this is also a time and a reminder that we are all connected to each other. We're all connected to each other, not just one person, not just two people are going through this quarantine. We're all going through this quarantine right now. This just shows the power of connectivity, the power of our bonds to everyone. This is not about race. This is not about what we're interested in. This is not about money. We're all being shown that we are equal. And I get this from the world card. We are the world card. So with this mass of disconnect with each of ourselves, it's making this shift in the universe. And it's time for us to all individually find out who we are so we can start serving our purpose. It's time to get in alignment, okay? It's time for us to each find our purpose so we can complete our missions, okay? We all have a purpose. We all are here for a reason with the existence card. It's time for us to find that. We're too stuck in the past, too stuck in guilt. It's time to accept who we are. Do you have an acceptance card? Yes, you do. You have the I radiate acceptance. It's time for us to accept who we truly are and not be told who we are. We all have a mission. We all have a purpose. And this string connects us all together. So if one of us is not fulfilling our purpose, it makes it harder for the other person to fulfill their purpose as well. And then it just keeps going on and on. And as you can see, it doesn't matter what race, doesn't matter what color, doesn't matter where you're from, it doesn't matter. Everybody needs to serve their purpose right now. And I feel like I'm rambling. A lot of you guys are like, what in the world is she talking about? But a lot of you guys are going to resonate. Because you know how important it is for all of us to complete our missions here. Whew. So, with this rebirth, a lot of you are going to be triggered with a rebirth at this time because you're diving deep into yourself and you're going to start getting a lot of signs to go a certain route. Maybe to quit your job. Maybe to start something new creatively. Maybe to dive back into something that you used to do creatively. And I see some of you guys sharing this amazing talent with the world. Oh my goodness, I see it, I feel it, my heart. I'm happy for you because so many of us are gonna find our light with this quarantine. We're gonna find our light. It's gonna feel a little dark at first. This isolation is gonna be heavy. It may start with tears because you just don't wanna be in your head. And some of us like the work so much because we don't wanna get into our head, but this is the perfect time. So trust that this is the perfect time for you to find yourself, find your purpose. To sit there, be lazy a little bit as you dive into yourself and get into this world of nothingness where nothing else is blocking your vision. You are diving into yourself right now. Dive into yourself. Manage this heartbreak by going through it and figuring out, why does it hurt? What did this teach me? We're all reflecting on what our lessons are and where we need to go in our lives, okay? We're taking control. We finally have control. Although it seems like, oh, we're stuck in the house, like we don't have control. No, you do have control. This is the perfect time to take control of your mind, to figure out what you want. You don't have a boss telling you, a lot of us, some of us do, but you don't have a boss right now telling you that you need to work 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. No, you are at home in quarantine. It is time to slow everything down. Slow down. Slow down. Slow it all down. Figure out what really matters. So many of us are so consumed with work and expectations that everybody else has on us, and we haven't built these expectations that we have for ourselves. This is the time to figure out, what do I want? How can I be the empress or the emperor? How can I find my confidence? How can I find my purpose? What do I love? Who do I love? What is important to me? All of these questions, ooh, my hair. All of these questions need to be asked. And once we ask ourselves these questions and we dive deep into ourselves and we figure out what really matters to us, we can sit there in our confidence and in our peace and finally start connecting to each other. I sense even love lives getting better with the Knight of Cups. Like, our love lives are going to get better because we're finally going to slow down and just have fun. You have the playfulness card. You guys have the playfulness card. It's time to have fun, to stop being so serious, to stop letting everybody else's thoughts consume us or everybody else's expectations consume us. The thing that matters right now is having fun, figuring out who we are, diving into ourselves, into our purpose. Hey guys, sorry, I'm back. The camera memory got full or whatever, but it's time for us to stay focused on our goals, on ourselves, what we want, our desires. It's time for us to start figuring ourselves out. We spend so much time with ourselves, but no time with ourselves at all. We're every day with ourselves, but we don't even know what we want. We don't even know who we are, our powers. So this is the perfect time to figure those things out. This is that eye-opening moment. This is that spiritual awakening that we needed. This is our shaking up, our tower that we needed shaken up, okay? This is the time to find yourself. This is the time to figure out what you want. And that is why I think this quarantine is a great thing. This is the light in this quarantine. And you know, things are gonna pick back up, guys. I know a lot of you are like, this is the end of the world. No, it's not. This is the beginning of a new era. This is the beginning, okay, guys? We're gonna rise through this. And those that are passing on, they are gonna do so much powerful work on the other side. You guys have no idea. They're gonna be there helping us. They're gonna do the things that they couldn't do on this earth or in this dimension. They're gonna be doing those magical things on the other side. I see a lot of us connecting to not just the other side, but just magic, like finding the magic within us. I see that, I can sense it, I feel it. And a lot of us are just gonna be happier because we're finally gonna know what we want. There's endless possibilities now. We're gonna see that there's endless possibilities for us now. So many possibilities. We're gonna start believing in the impossible. We're gonna start connecting to more people. We're gonna see that we're all equal. That we all serve a purpose with integration. We're gonna find that fun in us again, that innocence. We're all gonna be more understanding of each other as well. And I truly think this is an amazing thing. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below what you think. The camera is dying. I will see you guys next time.